There's Dee's new dog. Say hello to the vlog.
Rufus?
It's just crying in the mirror. My hair is still indigo. I really don't know how I feel about this. It's just not the kind of blue that I wanted. Anyway, part of me is like, what's the point of doing a vlog anymore if I could just do this? So if you don't see it, you could try plugging it into a different USB port. If that doesn't work, you'd have to restart the phone and check again. You probably do not care about this, but I got barbecue brisket that melts in your mouth. I don't normally like coleslaw, but their coleslaw is delicious. And I got some queso mac and cheese. You can't tell me that doesn't look delicious, though, at least. I'm starting to get cramps. I'm on day 2 of Aunt Flo, and I just want to get into bed and binge Netflix. But my friend wants me to go to her DJ night tonight, and I just want to get into bed. I'll probably be passing out of being so tired in about 3 hours, and her party doesn't start for 3 hours, so I don't even know. Alright, it's 7:30 p.m. and I am now getting into bed on a Friday night, and I don't have to work tomorrow. And I'm just gonna binge some Netflix and wish that I was smoking, but I am not smoking until my throat stuff is figured out. I just finished all of season 1 of Atypical, which was 10 episodes, and it came out yesterday, so I finished it in less than 24 hours. It is Aunt Flo week, so I can't get out of bed. I need to go grocery shopping, and I just can't get out. I did take a nap earlier. Oh my god, I seriously have to get out of bed. It's just like Aunt Flo, the weekend. What's the point of getting out of bed? So I'm trying to force myself. I just finally got out of my pajamas. I have to figure out breakfast, and then I have to go grocery shopping, which I hate. Grocery shopping. Welcome to my Saturday evening. I have not been vlogging very much because a few days ago I downloaded this app onto my phone called Marco Polo, which is like video walkie-talkie. And so I have just been talking to everybody through that instead. And now my thoughts are like totally jumbled about what I've already said on the vlog and what I've already said in like video chat. I almost don't feel like I need to do the vlog anymore, like now that we're doing this video chat thing, because it's pretty amazing. So what's been going on? Maybe like 2 days ago I started to feel better with my throat situation. Like almost normal, better. Knock on wood, I don't know what's going on, but there's that sensation that I always talk about where it feels like maybe it's inflamed inside, but that sensation has been going away very, very slowly over the last couple days, and it's almost as though I don't have anything wrong with me, but I do, but it feels like maybe it's gonna disappear now. So I've had Aunt Flo for a couple days, so I've just been like, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't feel amazing. I have cramps. It's just been like laying around and not doing anything, but feeling like I should be doing something and not being able to like just fully relax. So I don't really want to do a whole lot, and I've been putting off my errands and like grocery shopping. So I decided that right now I'm just going to go for a little drive, and I'm going to go get some Panera. And that's just going to be me getting out of the house right now. So driving there 20 minutes and then 20 minutes back. It's kind of a trek to go 40 minutes to get some food, but at the same time, I just kind of want to get out without doing anything stressful. So Dee has finished the podcast. Well, she's finished editing the podcast, and now she has to do like the sound levels, because the levels are all like, the volume is not right yet. But she did send me like the rough draft, and it was 75 minutes of Felicity, us talking about Felicity, so it was interesting. So I don't think Felicity is going to be the podcast that we should do, like the main podcast. So I would like for us to continue to try out different ideas, different shows, and see what's the one that we want to do, because this takes a lot of work, and it's money. It's going to be like $30, $40 a month just to have the podcast hosted. So it's like you're limited by space. So we don't have endless amounts of space to put out all kinds of different things. But, you know, right now with the amount of money it takes and the amount of time it takes to, edit an episode, which could be like 8 to 10 hours per episode, we really have to pick the thing that's going to be the most accurate passion project for us. So I've been throwing out some different ideas. So I think we are planning on tomorrow doing the Mick. We're going to do our first episode of the Mick. And that should be a lot faster and smoother than Felicity, because it's a 20-minute comedy. We're going to see how that goes. I think we've learned a whole lot from doing this Felicity pilot. It was very useful. And maybe someday we'll go back and do some more episodes of Felicity. But for now, I think we should just keep moving forward and testing out different ideas. So, me and Dee got onto a video call tonight, and this time we actually went over what we're going to do on the podcast, because when we went to record Felicity, we just went in completely blind. We hit record and we were like, we don't even have a name, and we just realized that we don't even have a name or like an intro. We don't have anything. So this time, quickly went over our notes and just tried to give each other an idea, a quick idea of what we want to talk about tomorrow, but not go into great detail, because we still want the conversation to feel fresh when we hit record. So yeah, it's just like we need to have a conversation before we hit record to get on the same page and that sort of thing, because it's a hot mess if you don't do that. So I just came up with like another idea, because I do really, really badly want us to do a music related podcast in some way. And, because music is my passion, that's my number one thing. And Dee is also very into music. And so I've been listening to some music things, some music podcasts, and it's very inspiring. And so I think we should do a music podcast where we take a song that we really like and is important in some way, and then I think we should talk about it. And so this because it's just going to be about one song, I imagine the podcast might be about 15 minutes. So it's going to be very short, it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy to edit. It'll be like a learning podcast. So we're going to talk about a song, and we're going to talk about the meaning of that song. We're going to possibly play clips of interviews from the artists who made the song, like describing the meaning of it. Just like some tidbits, facts about that song. And then, maybe we will give a personal story about what the song means for us and like how we discovered it, or the band, or something like that. And that's something that can go on until the end of time. And I think that's a really good idea, because like I said, it's fast, it's easy, it's one of the biggest passions that we both have. We're going to be taking other people's words, or like reading Wikipedias basically about the song, and it's just going to be a learning podcast and go into the history of the song and like what the song meant. Still waiting on Amy Ketchum off wherever she is. She's off the face of the planet. Whenever she can be ready to do this lesbian podcast is when we can go ahead and start doing it. We're waiting. It's a mix of waiting for her and waiting for everybody to have the right time, like the right schedule to get this taken care of and get started with it. Alright, I think I have given up on my night and just gonna accept the fact that I'm gonna lay in bed and watch my new favorite show, Pose. There's only 8 episodes, so I only have 7 left. But that's just gonna be my evening, and it's only like 8 o'clock. Oh, I guess it's 9 o'clock now. But I also have these, because they were free from the dispensary because of free pre-roll Friday. And I'm just like, why can't I smoke this? I'm very, very, very tempted to smoke. But I'm also like, I'm just going to regret it in the morning. And if it jacks up my throat, or if it delays my progress with getting better, sets me back, I'm going to be really mad. So this is me putting them away. I don't really think about it on the weekdays. I think about it a lot on the weekend when I'm just hanging out and I'm just chilling and I'm feeling like rotisserie. This is my Sunday. Yesterday I continued to feel lazy. I did nothing. I eventually decided to start watching the show Pose, and I am obsessed with it and I cannot stop watching it. There's only 8 episodes though. I am about to start episode 5, I think, or maybe 6. But it's about 80s ballroom culture. If you have no idea what that means, go watch Paris is Burning. I think it's on Netflix. And that's been my day, and I don't know what to talk about on the vlog anymore. So I'm going to get a decaf coffee, because I didn't get one yet this weekend. Me and Dee are going to possibly record the Mick later in a little bit. She did get a brand new puppy. Well, I should say Liz got a puppy. So I don't really know how recording a podcast is going to go for the next few months. If the dog is being a puppy and crying and like needing constant attention, I have no idea. So I don't really have high hopes that we're going to get through recording very easily or at all today, but we'll see what happens.
To this world and sees that unfortunately there's much
Caramel
more
Blondie
political
Chiller.
shit.
I got some decaf, burger,
Mi familia. How
fries.
can a woman be a drag queen?
I shouldn't have done this, but I didn't go grocery shopping. I like how after I take a shower, I put mousse in my hair, and then if I fall asleep and take a nap, I wake up and my hair pretty much looks exactly the same as before I went to bed. Like, not a hair is moved, pretty much. Also, this whole weekend sucks. It's just me having cramps and not having any motivation or desire to do anything. I prefer to just smoke a J and eat some chocolate while sitting in bed, but instead I'll just have crackers. Monday, heading to work. As you might be able to see back there, it's starting to rain, which is kind of what I was wanting because everybody else in different states has been getting rain. Because I live in an attic, so as long as it's sunny and 90 degrees out, it's hot. So now it's starting to rain and cool down. I just don't want the darkness in the morning. Burrito! Risking some chips. It's getting darker, colder, moist. Tuesday after work, and my request to be excused or deferred, whatever, from the jury summons for the grand jury was denied by the person that I emailed. What they say is that they can't defer me for that reason or excuse me. It has to be the judge. So at this point I have no choice but to show up at the courthouse or wherever at the location, and I have to plead my case to the judge and tell him that I can't afford to lose a month of pay to do this, because because that is ridiculous. I mean, there's nothing on the website about how to prepare for asking a judge for a deferment because of a financial hardship. Like, I'm not trying to get out of it. I don't want to work. I can't do this for a month. I'm going to be on the street if I lose a month of pay. Like, I'm living month to month with my finances. I don't just have an extra month of money sitting there in my bank account so that I can miss a month of work. Like, that's just not how that works in my life at this point. So I have to prepare. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I need to do, but I'm just like trying to use common sense here and say it's probably going to be a good idea if I just, make copies of all of my financial documents, which is going to be such a huge hassle. And it sucks that this is a month because doing grand jury duty sounds way more interesting than doing like a regular trial. It's a gathering of jurors and the prosecution, the lawyer, to determine if there's even enough evidence to go ahead and go forward with a trial. So this is like the pre-trial trial stage. And then I have to show up in 3 weeks, and it's going to be like an hour drive to get there, an hour drive to get back, and I hope to God that I don't get picked, because I'm going to be living on the streets if I don't get any income for a month, because I can't afford that. I did it. I came home and I cooked, and I made ground turkey tacos.
Watching these Watergate hearings,
time for some of the
I can't help thinking
70s
how much better a
comedy
president
show.
you.
My tacos are delicious, and they are melting in my mouth. I am very tempted to vape tonight. It's been 9 weeks since I vaped or smoked or did anything. And it's been 5 weeks since I had the horrible bubble in my throat. And it's been a week since I've had the throat closing sensation, I guess, that was also going on with the throat bubble. So I've been like 95% myself for like a week, just about, where I don't even feel like I have to even think about this anymore. Except I'm terrified to eat a bunch of different things because maybe it'll make things flare up. So that'll be a whole other process of slowly bringing things into my diet. I got the Solo packed, but now I'm like panicking and I'm becoming too afraid to do this. Because if any of those things come back again, it's going to be a nightmare. But it would also perhaps show that I can't do THC. That's just out of my life. So I'm a little nervous here. I seriously feel like I'm just getting older and older. It's 7:30 and I am ready to get into my bed and watch some TV. And I guess I'm heating this up and I'm going to see what happens. So pray for me that I don't end up super jacked up tonight or tomorrow because of this. This will be a test.
Please.
Bowl number 1 finished.
Sitting on Nick's going on Carson.
Now we're on to number 2, waiting for
Sorry,
that to
I
heat
need
up.
you tomorrow in the cell.
I feel pretty much nothing
Because of Funny 2 producers.
Shit.
from
I
this,
would.
but I do feel completely
sales
terrified
calls
that
until
all
late.
of
I can do
this
it.
is going to come
Right?
back.
You can do that pelvic exam, Sean.
So last night I vaped. I had 2 bowls. It was an average high. Things I forgot were that it makes things 10 times funnier. I forgot about that. I also forgot that it puts me into a super deep sleep. So I slept like a rock. But I woke up with a sore throat, so I don't know. It did feel very sensitive while I was vaping, like my throat. Everything just felt a little sensitive. So, I don't know. We'll see how today goes, see if everything gets jacked up as the day goes on.